enforcement stories or political debate. But one of the most encouraging developments reported recently is a shift in how Americans themselves view immigration. New national polling shows that concern about immigration has eased compared to previous years, and a record share of Americans now say immigration is a positive force for the country. This change in public opinion does not instantly rewrite laws, but it matters deeply over time. Immigration policy, court decisions, and even enforcement priorities tend to follow broader public sentiment. When more Americans view immigrants as contributors rather than a problem, it creates room for more balanced policy discussions in the future. For immigrants living in the United States today, this shift signals a climate that is gradually becoming more receptive rather than more hostile. Another piece of good news this week comes from the release of the January 2026 Visa Bulletin. The Visa Bulletin determines when immigrant visa numbers are available for family-based and employment-based categories, and it plays a critical role in shaping processing timelines for green card applicants. In this month's bulletin, several family and employment categories remain stable, while others show modest forward movement. For applicants who have been waiting with approved petitions, this means their priority dates may be getting closer to becoming current. Even small movements matter because they indicate that the system is continuing to function and advance rather than remaining frozen. Alongside the Visa Bulletin, the U.S. Department of State has continued publishing updates and clarifications on visa processing procedures. While enhanced screening and review remain part of current policy, these official updates provide clearer guidance on how immigrant and non-immigrant visas are being evaluated. For applicants preparing documents or interviews, clarity itself is good news. It reduces guesswork and improves the chance of a smooth process. It's also important to address something that caused anxiety this week. Reports circulated widely suggesting that the United States had completely suspended immigrant visas for dozens of countries. While certain internal reviews and procedural pauses have been reported at some consulates, there has been no confirmed legal action published that eliminates immigrant visa eligibility outright across those countries. This distinction is critical. A review or procedural delay is not the same as a legal ban. For immigrants and families already in the process, this means your existing petitions, applications, and priority dates still matter. The legal pathways remain intact even when processing becomes slower or more cautious. Another quiet but important positive development is coming from the immigration legal and professional community. Attorneys, advocacy groups, and policy analysts continue releasing updated guidance to help immigrants navigate complex procedures more effectively. This includes clearer explanations around public charge considerations, documentation expectations, and interview preparation for 2026 applicants. While this kind of guidance rarely makes headlines, it plays a crucial role in real outcomes. Better information leads to stronger applications, fewer mistakes, and fewer unnecessary delays. Taken together, these developments paint a more balanced picture of immigration. This week, public sentiment is shifting in a more supportive direction. Visa availability continues to be published and updated. Legal immigration pathways remain in place, and clearer procedural guidance is helping applicants move forward with more certainty. None of this means immigration has suddenly become easy. Challenges remain and processing delays still affect many families. But when we step back from the noise, this week does include signals that are genuinely encouraging for immigrants who are staying informed, following the rules, and planning carefully. For immigrants who are doing everything by the book, filing on time, tracking priority dates, attending interviews, and responding carefully to requests, this week's developments reinforce an important reality. The U.S. immigration system is still functioning, still publishing official guidance, and still moving cases forward. Even if progress sometimes feels slow, staying informed, avoiding panic driven by rumors, and relying on verified updates can make a real difference in how smoothly your case moves. In a system where uncertainty often dominates, clarity itself is a form of progress, and this week has provided more of that clarity than many expected. That's all we have for this bulletin. the U.S. Immigration Hub news channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student